Hi everybody, this is Lindsay, owner of North End Organic Nursery, and here is your Garden Minutes. Today we're going to be talking about what you need to be doing for your garlic now that it's springtime. Garlic is a plant that we actually put into the ground as a bulb in the fall, and when we put it into the ground, we add things like azomite and bone meal in order to enrich the soil for the phosphorus that you find in those elements and the nutrients and micronutrients that you find there in order to help with bulbing, because remember, phosphorus is responsible for roots, fruits, flowers, and sweetness. Now, in the springtime, we want to encourage a little bit of top growth and make sure there's enough nitrogen in the soil as well. It's really good to stimulate soil microbe activity also. So the nutrients that we're going to be putting down today are going to be a combination of kelp, molasses, and fish. These will stimulate a lot of bacteria and fungal growth that will help the digestive system of the plant to break down those nutrients we put down in the fall. This will lead to getting the biggest, best looking bulbs you could possibly have, so that when it's time to harvest, right around the 4th of July, you will be harvesting the best possible bulbs. So today I'm going to be using a product called Gardener in Bloom All-Purpose. Now I like the all-purpose. It's a 3-2-3. So remember, the 3 is the nitrogen, which is green and protein, which we want to get some green growth going on these guys. You can see they've already started to pop up. They're a little bit ahead schedule because of our warm, mild spring, but we want them to get some good green growth so that they can photosynthesize and send that energy down into the soil. The middle number here is the phosphorus. Roots, fruits, flowers, and sweetness. So it's got a little extra to kick in to help the rooting and bulbing out of our garlic. The last thing that's coming from the kelp is the potassium. The potassium is going to help with the general vigor and health of the plant. Now, one of the things we have to really remember with garlic too is they don't like competition. So as the spring weeds start to come up along with the spring garlic, you are going to have to make sure you're weeding them out. Speaking of spring garlic, let's say that you accidentally planted some too close together, or a couple of cloves that didn't split off and you didn't plant them individually. You want to make sure you thin out those garlics so that you only have one clove per bulb, or else they're not going to get very big. You can pull those spring garlic and eat them in salads or stir fries, and they are delicious. So I'm going to take my Gardener in Bloom All-Purpose and I'm going to put it in a hose end sprayer today. You could just put it in a watering can, and quite frankly, for this small of a space, that would be a really good idea. I can't find my watering can this afternoon, so I have my hose end sprayer that I was using to put down liquid corn gluten meal on earlier, so I'm going to use it for this. So I'm going to go over here, get it loaded up, and we'll start spraying. Okay, I've put my Gardener in Bloom All-Purpose into my hose end sprayer, and it's really simple to use. You just pour it into there, and I'm setting 1 ounce per gallon or 2 tablespoons per gallon, depending on what the settings are on your particular sprayer. And I'm going to just saturate this entire area, get it a good deep watering. We want to do this about every 2 weeks starting now, all the way through about the first week of June. I predict that we're going to be harvesting garlic a lot earlier this particular year because spring has come so early. So unless it gets super cold and sort of stunts things, I'm predicting about a mid-June harvest for garlic this year. Typically it's the 4th of July, so usually by mid-June you want to start letting your garlic dry out so that it's easy to harvest, and it comes out of the ground not sopping wet and it's cured a bit in the soil. This year I'm going to stop fertilizing and watering probably by the first week of June, and allow it to sort of start to cure and dry out so I can harvest it about mid-June. Don't forget, garlic doesn't compete well with weeds, so we want to make sure we keep it really well weeded. So I've got it loaded up, setting to the right spot, and I'm going to make sure I've got it on the right kind of spray pattern. Yep, I want it as a shower. And there it goes. You can always tell when you've got product coming through here because the color changes. It doesn't look nice and clear white. It looks nice and fishy brown, molassesy brown. It's got that kind of tint to it. But you can see them all coming up beautifully. Okay, I think that's going to do it. I've given it a good saturation. This is the first fertilization, so I'm kind of going a little heavy. It's also been really dry, so this is actually me giving it some moisture. We haven't had a significant rain in quite a few weeks. I expect them to be stimulated and perk up quite a lot as they start to get growing. Now we just a waiting game. Make sure you keep the weeds out. Get ready to harvest them in just a couple of months, and you'll have delicious, organic, homegrown garlic here in no time. This has been Lindsay with Garden Minutes. Make sure you subscribe to our channel below and turn on notifications, ring the little bell so that you can get that notification every time we start posting more and more videos, especially as we get into the gardening season. And leave a comment below and I'll make sure that I get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks so much for tuning in and have a wonderful March.